To the music of an opening ceremony, the first container was lifted at the new port in northern Israel's transportation and industrial center of Haifa. The container was one consigned to a 15,000 20-foot equivalent unit container ship, the first mega vessel to be loaded with cargo by the new port's automation control system. Opened yesterday, the terminal was developed and is now operated by the Shanghai International Port Group.
The traveling crane and storage yard are both operated by an automated system, just as at Shanghai's fourth phase Yangshan Deepwater Port, which is now the world's biggest automated container terminal. The remote operation system and the automated equipment in the new port are all similar to those in the fourth phase of Yangshan Port. But we've made adjustments to local conditions in Israel in terms of the remote connections to trucks, shipping agencies, and freight forwarders. The port will be the most efficient one in Israel.
Despite the challenges of the pandemic, it took the company just around 3 years to finish construction of the new port. The first phase, with an 805-meter short-line terminal, will have an annual container throughput of more than 1 million TEU. This is the first new port opened in a Middle Eastern country for the past 60 years. And with almost all of Israel's trade carried by sea, it has given the country a new gateway to the world.
Israel is isolated from nearby countries, so the development of ports is very crucial to its economic growth. With the advanced technology and rich experience provided by SIPG, we hope the new port will not only serve Israel's demands, but also become a regional logistics hub to serve Gulf countries or even the entire Middle East.
The opening of the new port comes at a time when seaports around the world are struggling with shipping congestion. A recent report from Swiss shipping company Kuehne+Nagel says more than 100 ports around the world are backed up, with some 350 ships waiting to dock and unload. The delays have led to longer delivery times and higher prices. The hope is that with the improvements the Shanghai International Port Group will bring to Haifa's operations, the global shipping capacity and mobility will be enhanced.
Previously, a great deal of cargo for the Mediterranean had to be unloaded in other ports, but Israel is a gateway to the Eastern Mediterranean, a very important logistics hub and closely connected with the Shanghai port. A large proportion of cargo from Shanghai now has to use surface transport in the Europe-Mediterranean area. With the new port, shipping services will be strengthened, and there will be better connections with Shanghai.
Experts say the Haifa deal also demonstrates an innovative model for local companies, a Build, Operate, Transfer or BOT contract. Those help Chinese firms export services and capabilities to overseas countries and better promote the Belt and Road Initiative.
Chinese companies have been participating in a great deal of Israel's infrastructure construction, but most of them were just handling construction and then turning projects over to the locals. The cooperation on the new port in Haifa utilizes the BOT model, with construction followed on by a 25-year operation arrangement. It's a win-win deal. China wants to expand the Belt and Road Initiative and build a more efficient and connected logistics network, and the operator has full operational independence. Israel gets an infrastructure upgrade while retaining full sovereignty over its land and resources.
Wang points out that as Haifa's operations mature over the next 25 years, it may lead more overseas countries and regions along the Belt and Road to have greater interest in working with Chinese companies on larger infrastructure projects. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, China's non-financial outbound direct investment in BRI projects still came to $13 billion in the first 9 months of last year, a year-on-year increase of almost 30%.